Before we really get into this, allow me to give you a visual representation for how well this went.
That's why I give my kids
State of play.
a fool.
Yeah, needless to say, the first outing of the new Sony State of Play wasn't exactly a hit with the fans, or the media, or anyone that doesn't want to play a game with a sick bucket on hand. But how could such an original and daring new prospect end up being such a dumpster fire? Well, that's what we're here to find out, and what better way to do it than to go through this State of Play piece by piece. I'm sure we'll find the source of the issue after I insult the thing a couple dozen times. The State of Play... Okay, look, that really doesn't roll off the tongue well. I'm just gonna call this thing... SOP from now on. You alright with that? No? Well, fantastic, I'm doing it anyways. The SOP starts off hot. World premiere reveal, and the first thing that immediately hits your eyes is an absolutely gorgeous, not actual gameplay sign. But that's alright, because look, it's a new Iron Man game. Man, I've been dying for someone to take another crack at that since those two mistakes in 08 and 2010. Imagine what we could do with today's gaming tech in Iron Man. What a great way to start off. Imagine flying around a fully functioning open world as Iron... This looks like a VR game. It is a VR game. Okay. I mean, I guess that's cool too. Gotta give something to the people that have PlayStation VR, and we have a whole SOP in front of us. There's bound to be plenty of other new announcements and updates for those of us who don't want to imitate Cyclops whenever we play. We are next met with an extremely bored and emotionless voice to guide us through this journey.
Welcome to State of Play, a look ahead to the future of PlayStation.
It's a nitpick, yeah, but come on. I know the Nintendo Direct voiceover dude sounds like someone who's not allowed near any elementary schools anymore, but at least he had some energy for an event that's meant to excite the fans for the future. So let's just move on from that and look into some new Crash Racing info. Now that's what I'm talking about. And look at that, some retro skins exclusive to PS4 owners. Even though those don't look anything like the original CTR models, so I don't know where they're getting the phrase retro from here. Nitro Kart content is getting the new paint job as well. It's even going to be all 13 tracks. Awesome. Would have been even better if you had said that during the trailer, but whatever. That's a whole 3 minutes down with no issues, people. I'm certain that nothing disappointing will happen in the next 16. And speaking of disappointing, here's No Man's Sky. Wait, didn't that game come out 3 years ago? Why are you talking about it now? Oh, more VR. Okay. I thought that Hello Games would finish up the rest of those missing features we were promised in those incredible lying performances that would even make Todd and Peter blush with envy. But you do you. It's not like anyone cares about the game anymore anyways. Next up is a small title called Ready Set Heroes. It looks... okay... Ah, Jesus, I'm starting to see a trend here. The most interesting part of this segment is just trying to figure out what the half-asleep voiceover lady means when she describes the game.
The combat feels crunchy.
I have no idea what she means by that, and you're free to take a crack at it because the best thing that I could find is that she's calling the combat a hippie. Groovy! Alright, let's move along here, and oh my god, another VR game? Look, Sony, I know that it may be hard to hear me through the wads of cash you have jammed into your ear holes, but let me tell you a secret. Not everyone has another $349 lying under their couch to spend on the Move controllers, camera, and headset required to play these $30 to $60 games on a $300 console. Can you please just show off something for people that don't want or can't get into and you're showing a montage of VR games? Fine. You know what? Fine. Go ahead, get it all out of your system, show the rest of your VR games now, and then move on to the normal stuff. Perfect. Something else. This something else is a trailer for a non-exclusive that doesn't tell us anything about the game itself other than that we're in control of the station floating in space. Neat concept, and apparently, you can even use this weird controller thing to play the game. I wonder if those will ever catch on. No, but seriously, I'm just glad that it wasn't another VR.
This an out of season April Fool's joke.
Moving on, I'm done. Let's just take a look at Concrete Genie before it gets delayed again. And it was the most interesting thing shown in the entire SOP. Not sure if that means much when the rest of the colleagues seem to have prepared for this presentation by huffing the fumes coming off the VR sick bucket. Still, credit where credit's due. The game does look very imaginative, and I am interested to see what happens to both the characters and the world. Hell, in my eyes, I could see this becoming one of the sleeper hits of 2019. As long as it comes out in 2019. We're getting a bit too positive here, though. All that creativity I just saw made me consider skipping my daily broken glass snorting ritual. You know, to remind me of the pain life brings. I need something to remind me that there's a balance for these things. I need a game that's so safe, lacking in any innovative thought in a boring world with an equally boring premise. I need... Oh, you do nicely, Days Gone. Sorry I didn't think of you first, I just keep forgetting you exist. Zombie?
Flesh-eating freakers.
Oh, sorry, I mean Freaker Apocalypse. Third-person shooter, bland-looking protagonist, gray and brown color palette with a slight hint of green. Oh man, they're really shooting for those dizzying heights of 7 out of 10 with this bad boy. Great, now that I'm back to normal levels of pessimism, let's finish off this thing. Now remember, Sony, this is your first SOP. First impressions are key, and you have a good number of hyped exclusive titles to end this presentation with a bang, wiping away any prior disappointments. I'd recommend Medieval myself, or you could go with The Last of Us 2, never fails. Possibly another look at Dreams could also be a quality feather in the cap? So Sony, what do you have to send us home happy? They have the multi-platform Mortal Kombat 11 that comes out just a few weeks from the presentation, and with a trailer that tells us nothing we don't already know. Thank you very much, leaks. What the hell was that, Sony? If you were trying to get your immediate comparison trending on Twitter, you did an A+ job, but I have a sneaking suspicion that wasn't the goal. Way too many VR games. The 5 normal game trailers that were shown were either boring, non-exclusive, uninformative, or was a game we already had a ton of info on. And to sprinkle more manure on the feces pile, there was a bunch of games announced just before, during, and after the SOP, and those 5 are the best you can come up with. I don't know if some note cards got swapped around or what, but you do know that these kind of events are done to hype the fans, inform them, and keep them looking forward to the future, right? Well, apparently not, since you seem to be more interested in enticing your 4.2 million PSVR buyers, as opposed to your, 91 million PS4 buyers. But hey, on the bright side, this was your first crack at it, and we all know that the first time is rough. You can still make up for it at E3. Oh, wait.
What's wrong with you?
Well, you can always try taking the videos down and re-uploading it a few more times. That should fix the like to dislike ratio. Congratulations, you made it to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm very, very, very thankful for the good amount of support. It was nothing but support for my very first video. That means so much to me, and that lets me know that you guys actually want to see me. That's awesome, and I will definitely try to do it. Hopefully I won't have big as a gap between the 2 videos as this one, because that's is just awful. I meant to put this video out about like 2.5 weeks ago, but I got really sick, and I ended up not working on the video for 2.5 weeks. So there were some things that didn't make sense anymore. I had to re-record some things. But just to wrap this up, like and subscribe, and once again, please let me know if there's anything I can do to improve these videos. Also, if you got any ideas for a subject I should make fun of, put it down in the comments, let me know. I'll definitely be seeing you guys again, and until then, stay safe.